All right. Hey viewers, down at the Marco Hatfield Federal Courthouse here, where the trial of the Bundy and such is going on. So it's kind of a little protest down here. Hey guys, thought I saw a streamer down here earlier. Hey everyone, People's Media, just getting the whole story. What are you guys here for? Who wants to talk? Anyone?
I'm here more just to check things out. And
Right.
We're here for the Patriots.
Right.
We're incarcerated.
And Lavoy.
And Lavoy.
Memory of Lavoy.
We can't read the sign that says the Patriots' blood is the seed of the freedom tree by Thomas Campbell.
We're showing our support for the Bundys and the Hammonds and Lavoy that was murdered.
Right.
Yeah, there's a hearing today, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, the Bundy brothers and several others are having hearings
the
today. We're
refuge.
here to show support for them.
Yeah.
Right on. Where are you guys out at? Where are you from?
I'm from Tillamook.
Right on.
I'm Portland.
Portland. And Gresham. Portland over here. So you guys are local.
Yeah,
What's
we're
your name?
local.
Woodburn.
Woodburn. Right on.
What's your name?
I'm James.
Where are you from?
Here in Portland.
Are
Right
you?
here. Yep.
And
Yep.
what do you do for a living?
Oh, do computer administration. So keep servers running and such.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
turned the computer on once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hell, they disguise the buttons anymore. You can't tell which one's a power button, which one's not.
Right? I recognize you.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
My focus today is on the FBI,
Right?
whether they lied and what you
Yes,
folks
they did.
might think about that.
I absolutely believe they did. They covered up, they destroyed evidence, they replaced evidence.
Hold on, you got great things to say. Let me get my photog over here and
Okay.
put you on our story.
Okay.
Cheryl.
Anytime.
Yeah, that was when the Oregon broke that, Oregonian broke that. I was just like,
It was pretty surprising. I was at the news conference.
I'm having flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks of other ordeals. I was actually down in Texas when they burned Waco.
Oh, were you?
And when they
Wow.
burned it, they knew what they did. They absolutely did.
Were you at Waco or you were
No, I
down
was in Fort
area?
Hood, and
Okay.
I know what they deployed to burn that building, and what they deployed was an incendiary device deliberately to burn it.
Okay. So, but let's talk about the Oregon thing.
Right today, right.
Yeah. Does the news of the FBI investigation make you think that there's some big cover up and that this was an assassination? Let me start that over. Do you think, as Lavoy Finnecum's widow says, this was an assassination?
Absolutely. The reason being is that I've been around, I was in service for a long time. I've studied this quite a bit. And when you look at the aspect of the intelligence gathering during the standoff, the place in which they chose to stop them, I was in combat arms, so I understand what an ambush situation is. They create an ambush situation with no cell phone service in a choke point, and they had the hostage rescue team there, which are highly specialized snipers, etc. Their snipers shot the vehicle. They actually proved that there were 2 rounds shot, and then they replaced one of the rounds. Then they covered it up, and the only reason that it was brought to public was because it was investigated by the Deschutes County Sheriff. The Deschutes County Sheriff came up with the finding that the shooting was legitimate as far as the whole incident went, and then this was added into it. So I look at him as a legitimate source. Whether I agree or disagree with his final findings, that's my personal opinion. But the findings of what the FBI did to cover up this incident, including replacing the bullet, which was kind of like the last straw when they shot Lavoy in the face. They sent a message by shooting him in the face. That was a personal message to all of us. And then covering up the rounds that the hostage rescue team shot into the vehicle tells me there's a lot of additional information that they don't want the public to have, and there's a reason for it.
I don't believe he was shot in the face. It was twice in the upper back and once in the lower back.
Okay, from the back. My understanding that there were 9 rounds total. Is that not true?
That is not true. There
Okay.
are 8 total.
Okay.
3 from the state police
Right.
as he was driving towards them.
Right.
And then 3 from the 2 troopers who killed him.
Okay.
And then the 2 from the FBI HRT.
HRT. So there was a total of 8 rounds within the vehicle. And see, a lot of us don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't have that type of information. So that kind of changes my perception of the whole thing. But I still do believe that they were set up. And I believe that the rounds came through the front of the vehicle, which means that they were set up down the road from where the stop was. And if they were set up down the road, why were they set up down the road? That means that was an intent.
Okay, let's if we can stay away from the tactics because they weren't
right.
actually. But I'll chat with you about that later. But overall, there's been. I was over at the refuge a couple of times, and there's a deep-seated feeling of distrust of the government.
Absolutely.
And a feeling that there was a conspiracy the whole time to take these guys out. How do you feel about that? And do you think that this report now adds fuel to that fire?
I do believe it, and I think that the report is true. And when the governor called for immediate action, for resolution of this, I think that that's what lit the match. I think once she stepped in and they felt that they had public opinion on their side, it escalated and it created a situation in which these guys were shot.
Would you say your name and spell it, please?
My name is Kip Beebe, and it's K-I-P. Last name's Beebe, B-E-E-B-E.
Okay. And are you from the Portland area?
Yes, I am. I'm from Southeast.
Okay, great. And why did you feel the need to come out here today?
Because I think these guys need to be supported. I think that they need to understand that the government isn't all powerful, and whatever they dictate is what we need to understand and believe. We have an ability to think for ourselves. We're intelligent. We're not a bunch of redneck hick, this, that, everything else is being portrayed in the media. We're intelligent individuals who have thought about this, have understood this, and a lot of us have a background in dealing with things like this throughout our lives. And this is just another instance of us being dictated to what we need to think, and we're not going to think the way we're being told to think.
Okay. And so you were at Fort Hood, were you an Army guy?
Yes.
Do you remember kind of the years you were there, or?
I was in Fort Hood. I hit Hope in 92 to 94, so I was there 94 to 97.
Okay, cool. It just helps, as I introduce you to the audience,
right.
Yeah, that gives you more legitimacy as a guy who knows what you're
Right.
talking about. Okay, so now on the position, at least what they said in the news conference,
Right.
was there was a state police, I think SWAT guy,
Okay.
on the left side of the roadblock
Mm-hmm.
by the vehicles,
Right.
who fired an AR-15 3 times
Okay.
at Finicum as he was coming up.
Okay.
One hit the engine block, I think one hit the left front hood,
Mhm.
and one hit the right side driver's mirror.
And that's when, after that was when he exited and said, "You're going to shoot me."
Yeah,
And
so
it was
when you see
incendiary
him,
when he started, when the initial stop began. It became very incendiary when he started saying, "Go ahead and shoot me. My blood's on your hands," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that absolutely escalated the situation. Good, bad, or other, that's where that started. But then when he left and they initiated the shooting, and then when he was stopped, he was already under the assumption that he was going to be killed anyways. And when he exited the vehicle, I do believe by listening to him that he felt that he was going to be killed. And so there was nothing that he was going to do that was going to prevent that. And so this is my final minutes. This is my final second. It worked.
did you hear the video when he got out of the car? There's immediately the window shatters.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
Yes.
Okay. So that was the FBI bullet,
Right.
supposedly coming in from the roof.
Right.
I wonder if there wasn't a second as well.
Right, and that's what the Deschutes County Sheriff is saying, is that there was a second bullet. There were two, and they actually went in and replaced the bullet that was in the vehicle with a different bullet, and they didn't answer, and that's in the Oregonian. The Oregonian said that they actually replaced the bullet, and then it took them 2 or 3 interviews with the FBI guys before they actually came forward and said, yes, we did shoot, violating policy, procedure, law, and on and on and on. That 5-man team knew what they were doing, and it has. I guess you would say, what would be a good word? The word would be flashbacks, maybe simpler, of the things that were happening in other areas where they took on the same type of issue and where they were held completely unaccountable for their actions. They've never been held accountable for their actions in situations like this, and they feel that it's a free-for-all and that we're just targets of interest.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah,
And
where's the FBI body camera footage is what I want to see, you know? I mean, come on. There's no way they weren't filming that stuff. There's no way they didn't have people in the fucking, you know.
Oh, I mean, he's an independent media guy. Steve's here. Where's Steve at?
Right
Tall.
there, the black cap.
Oh, okay. With the
Right. He's very.
No,
he's
the
very
black
eloquent.
cap.
Like the tall guy in the canvas.
Oh, I
in the
see.
corner. Right. He's very eloquent. He's very well versed. He works a lot with individuals.
I'm sure they're not releasing it
Okay,
right
cool.
away.
Would you mind if I just grab a shot of you for our website as well? Okay, thank you. You can be next to him. It's okay.
Baby girl.
And wife.
Perfect. Thank you.
Now, do you know anything about the body cams? Because we're hearing that they didn't have them, and now we're hearing.
We're seeing
that
pictures
they
that are.
did.
I'm seeing pictures on the internet showing individuals with body cams on them, and they're professing to be individuals that were in the scene.
Okay.
And now they're saying that they don't have them. Now, that would be a good thing to investigate, whether they're actually creating a situation which they're saying there's only one film and that was the drone, which they didn't even call a drone, right? That's another
They never
cover.
really said what that was.
It's a drone. If you look at the screen pattern, there's no helicopter out there running that pattern. That's
And those drone images were
I know
really.
what they look like.
Yeah,
And that
it's
pattern
a
screams
shitty drone, actually. It wasn't even a
But
good
see, the
one.
thing is that they don't want people to think that they're using drones against individuals in this country because drone is a bad word.
Yeah, right.
So again,
Yeah.
instead of being forthright, public, and honest,
Yeah.
they're creating more doubt instead of creating an open dialogue.
Well, some of the first people they used drones on were those cattle guys, right? And, I forget what state it was, but they used these drones to monitor these guys.
Shooting up.
Huh.
Supposedly involved in like cattle
Never
rustling
thought that
or
before.
Yeah.
something like that.
Wouldn't surprise
but
me.
I heard it was actually an incident where these guys were cattle ranchers and their cattle like kind of wandered onto other people's property, and then it was like kind of like a property issue that kind of got blown out of proportion. And I forget the actual case, but it was probably like 8 or 9 years ago where it came out that they were monitoring these cattle ranchers with drones, and I think it was like in the Midwest somewhere, or cattle, or like Western cattle rancher, like Montana. Right.
Yeah, I wonder how many they have up now, 10 years later. Hey, you've done a great job reporting on this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for listening what he had to say. Yeah,
It's a lot more
absolutely.
unbiased than
You don't have no reason.
Try and tell both sides.
absolutely appreciate that. Absolutely appreciate
Right on.
Keep the facts. Where did you say you're from? From Channel 2?
Channel 8. I watched everything good about
All right, viewers, I'm going to head on out. So, yeah, I don't have all day, so I'm going to roll my way on away. So, here we are. I love this brutalist architecture too of this federal courthouse. It is just one of my favorite brutalist buildings. All right. Thanks for viewing our continuing coverage of the whatever it is. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Love ya. All right, be good, you guys. Bye now.